What's up, guys? Welcome to Test Drive. Alright, sorry about that little wait there. Exciting to happen. Alright. Picasso is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. A tune with Aether is dead. Kanye West. It's true looking. Very true. If you guys don't know, the banned and restricted list went live earlier today, and we got some good bans. We got some bans. Attune with Aether is banned. Rogue Refiner is banned. Ramp Ruins is banned, and Rampaging Ferocidon is banned. Talked about it in a video I just posted on the channel, hastily, talking about it, reading the entire article. I really agree with all of the decisions. I think a lot of the decisions come from a good place, and I think it's really going to help Standard overall. Energy, to me, feels like a giant mistake, and I'm glad we can move on. Yeah, Ferocidon is banned because it killed token strategies. What's really funny is that, okay, so they printed the Saheeli Ra and Felidar Guardian in Kaladesh block, right? They knew that was an actual combo before the set went live. Remember the articles where they were like, oh, that was a mistake on our part, blah, blah, blah. They knew that was a real thing. And then they printed Rampaging Ferocidon and Hour of Devastation to combat that deck, thinking like in the future, oh, well, this is going to combat the Felidar Guardian Saheeli Ra combo. Well, that combo got banned before Rampaging Ferocidon ever saw play against it. And so what happened was Ferocidon was in play, or was in the set, and it really just kind of did like some like secondary damage against token-based strategies for the Red Up Red strategy. So it's crazy. 100% glad the bans happened. Me too. Rogue Refiner did nothing wrong. He did everything wrong. What are you talking about? He gave you 2 energy, drew you a card, and was a 3/2 blocker. You know, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things. Oh, man. If you guys haven't seen the deck tech, today we're doing the Simic Merfolk 2.0 on the channel today. This is the retooled Simic Merfolk deck we did last time when Ixalan was live. But this is a ton of fun. Loved building this out. Did a different build on this originally where we had like Jade Bear and a bunch of other smaller creatures with like River Sneak and stuff like that, but I feel like this build right here is perfect for us at being able to combat the current meta, especially now that energy is out of here. Energy technically isn't out of here really. I mean, the deck's still going to be a real thing. It just won't be as prevalent. So they banned Rampaging Ferocidon to get rid of Roundup Red, but what will happen to dinosaurs without that card? Nothing really. I mean, that card wasn't that great in the dinosaur deck to begin with because it hurts you a lot because you wanted to play a lot of creatures. So, yeah, Felidar Guardian is still banned, Patrick. That's true. Right now, I think we have 7 cards that have been banned in the current meta. Most of them from the Kaladesh block, you know. So, artifacts and energy, totally a mistake. Let's go over the deck list right here. The deck list should be in the description. We have 4 Blossoming Defense, 3 Into the Unknown, which is a card I put in here basically foreseeing that Attune would get banned today. 4 Community Speaker, 4 Silver Gill Adept, 4 Merfolk Branchwalker, 4 River Herald's Boon, a great card for us, 4 Merfolk Mistbinder, 4 Metallic Mimic. Then going on to the 3 mana slot, 4 Jade Light Ranger, 3 Swift Warden, wish there was 4 of here, and 2 Hadana's Climb, Winged Temple of Araska, and then of course 1 River's Rebuke. This is a creature-based strategy, all about getting card advantage, tempo, and just blowing up on the board state. Only 19 lands as well, thanks to these Silver Gear Adepts, the Jade Light Rangers, and the Merfolk Branch Walker. On the sideboard here, we have Scavenger Grounds, 2 Spell Pierce, 3 Essence Scatter, 3 Negate, 3 Naturalize, 2 Supreme Will, and 1 more River's Rebuke, basically going up against heavy removal or creature-based strategy, the Mirror Match, things like that. And then River's Rebuke is going up against something where they go big, and we just kind of bounce them and get in for the game-ending points. Why no Kumena? I really didn't like it in this particular build. A lot of people had Kumena with the Deep-Root Waters, and I wasn't that big of a fan of it. I'll move this back over here. Sorry about that. I didn't like Deep-Root Waters myself on the curve on this, so that was the main issue that I had with it. It's because Kumena is only really good if you have a lot of Merfolk out. And ours, while we will get a lot of Merfolk out on the battlefield, no land hand. Yeah, this is a Terran stream. While we will get a lot of Merfolk out on the battlefield, it'll still be quite difficult to make it work. I kind of want to keep this because of the Speaker and Branchwalker. If we get into a green mana, we're solid. Should have another Scavenger Grounds. People will start playing a lot of Godfather's Gift deck now. Yeah, maybe. Although there is a lot of really great tribal strategies coming up now. Tomorrow we'll be doing the vampire deck, and I'm happy to show that off too. I want to try and keep it. Let's keep it. Yeah, on top. Cool. Let's go for an island here and pass. Energy in red can still be a thing. They just won't dominate like they have. How many standard FNMs aren't going to be to fire this week? No idea. No idea. Going to hit pass for our opponent. Did they make the right call on the bans? I feel like they did, Casey. Absolutely. Go for this. Name Merfolk. Let's go for a Branch Walker first. Trying to get into some more mana, if that's possible. It's going to bottom, or throw Hadana's Climb into the graveyard here. And pass turn. How much did it cost to build this with such a limited supply? Well, on MTGO, it's only about 105 tickets. On paper, it's about 145. Of course, it's not legal in paper yet until this coming Friday. So, Major Contract Travels deck, by the way, so much fun. Nice! Wow, we just got 144 watching. Wow. Welcome, guys. If you, there we go for an island. If you're unfamiliar with this, I do a, let me get out a speaker here. I do a stream every single weekday, Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time. Go for 5 matches or till 3 p.m. depending on what hits first. So we're going to get in for some damage here. Hopefully this deck performs very well on the stream. We'll see what happens though. Best way to regulate standard and make it a healthier environment is to not have standard in the first place. I think standard is really fun, honestly. It's just, I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of people forget about standard being a kind of viable format because there are so many problems recently, especially. But from like 2000, like, I don't know, 6 to like 2013 or 2014, you have like this amazing just gap of just like maybe 2 bans from Jace and Stoneforge. But like, you have Innistrad Block, you have Return to Ravnica, you have so many great cards. There's a Botanical Sanctum. That's for our Jade Light Ranger. We're going to attack in here. Jade Light Ranger is a fantastic card for us. Having 2 blocking defense here is also good, although we're still kind of down a little bit. Need that green mana. But, you know, it's just recently it's been just kind of bad. And I hope the play design group that they're bringing in does make it a little bit better. Can hit 6 for our opponent here. We can't use anything on our side of the field. The bannings kind of feel like they are forcing players into buying new cards. Singe, I mean, 1, obviously. 2, I think that's fine. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I feel like a lot of people are, you know, saying that's a bad thing, but to me, it's a great thing because it helps give new life to a format that a lot of people love. We're going to yield to this. Let's see if we get any extra lands here. Ooh, Merfolk on top. Very nice. Let's get in here for some damage. Getting in for 5, dropping our opponent down to 7. The only reason for these bannings is the promotion of the new set. I mean, at the same time, like, you say that, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, we have Tribal in Ixalan that a lot of people really loved, myself included. I really liked the Pirate Tribal, I really liked the Vampires, really loved the Merfolk. And now, with the Rivals being out, you have so many great decks that can be built from the new format. And I feel like that's fine. Expanding the format is good. You know, it's healthy. Making sure everything is pushing forward in Standard, which is a particularly small format, is a good thing, you know? Yeah, those bans help the format expand, exactly. Do you agree with the previous bans, or should WotC have just started with a tune? I feel like WotC always just tries to put out the fire that's currently, like, lit. So, previous bans, Smuggler's Copter, things like that. If Smuggler's Copter had not been banned, we would have Raven Up Red with 4 Smuggler's Copter in the main board. And just thinking about that makes me cringe. Devin, what got banned was Attuned with Aether, Rogue Refiner, Raven Up Ruins, and Rampaging Ferocidon. Basically to balance out the energy decks and the red decks. But neither of those bans kill those decks completely. It just slows them down. And I think that's pretty fair. Opponent really not doing anything right now. If they get into a Fumigate, we'll be in trouble here, but let's see what happens. We're going to hit 6 for our opponent since we have nothing to do. Irrigated Farmlands here. They might have a kill spell here. Bontu's Last Reckoning could be it. Modern ban list and unbanned list be in February. Yes, I think it was like February like 12th or something like that. It's after the Modern Pro Tour and stuff like that. Alright, drawing into a Mistbinder here. They might have a Settle the Wreckage here, so we're just going to go for a attack first. This is obviously lethal. Getting in for 9 points of damage. Is this settle? There's settle, okay. Let's go for some mana here. Let's go for a Jade Light Ranger. Whoops. I have to actually do that after combat. Settle the Wreckage is a great blowout spell against us. Excuse me. Swift Guardian on top here. Great card for us. And pass card. Or pass turn. Pass card. Getting lots of extra mana here is actually decent for us in the particular matchup. I believe this is an approach deck, maybe? An Esper approach? Ban Scapeshift for Modern. I don't know. I feel like if they'd ban anything in Modern, it would probably be something in Storm. Vraska's Contempt. Alright. That does mean we're still behind. But getting the Mistbinder and the Swift Warden here is pretty decent. We're going to pass turn here. End of turn, we have a Swift Warden coming into play. 3, 4, 5, 6 mana going into their 7th. No Big Lord Q mana. I didn't like it particularly in this deck, Max, so that's why it's not in here. Let's go for a Swift Warden here. The thing now is, do they have a second settle in their hand? If they do, we'll be really in trouble. Fatal Push on the Merfolk Mistbinder. Drawing a card with Argyle's Bloodfast. So that does mean they still have 4 mana available to them. Then turn off audio yields here. Only thing left in Storm is Grape Shot. Hey, ban it! I'm tired of seeing Storm. Let's go with that Swift Warden here, targeting the Merfolk Mistwalker. Alright, let's go for a Branchwalker here. Should have used the Unclaimed Territory, but we still have enough mana for 2 Blossoming Defenses. Exploring. Let's see what we get into. Another land, no problem. Let's get in for 6 points of damage. Do you have Settle the Wreckage? If you do not, we go for Blossoming Defense, which is the Game Ender. Ooh, what do you got? Cast out? Disallow. Okay. Blossoming Defense once again. That should be game. There we go. Let's go to game 2. Nice. Updating standings here. Go to game 2. Against this particular strategy, this is a heavy control-based strategy. We want to board in Spell Pierce. We want to board in Negates. River's Rebuke is not going to be very interesting to us here. Let's take out the Climbs. We got to go for speed now. Bringing in Naturalize is an okay option. Not saying it's going to be great for us, though. I do think probably bringing in maybe one Supreme Will would be fine. Let's take out a Herald's Boon, and one Swiftwalker. Let's do that. Submit. How is it the match going? How is it going the match? Pretty good. Yeah, the white border naturalized. Yeah, I love that. Good afternoon, Kieran. We just hit 200 watching. What's up, guys? If you're new to the channel, make sure to like the video if you like it on the stream. I stream Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time. I go 5 matches with the deck, or we go to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Whichever we hit first. Let's see here. Also playing some Mega Man X music today. This is going to be a mulligan for us. Really would love to keep this, but it's going to be a mulligan. So close. We're on the draw. Let's keep this and keep this on top. Branchwalker will help us as far as hopefully curving out on blue mana. Thanks, man. Want to play the new Nissa over River's Rebuke? I like the ability to bounce the hidden stockpile stuff. I really enjoy that. How many lands do we play in this list? We play a 19, Dylan. So there is a bit of a land shortage, but we still have Silvergear Adepts, Branchwalkers, and the Jadelight Rangers to explore. And there we go. Make some good choices for us like this right here. Let's go for a Adept here and just show off the Bisbinder. Draw a card. Once we get going with the Silvergear Adepts, we should be fine. Search for Ascan is going to be kind of a headache for us. But we should be fine on turn 4 at least with a negate held up. Let's get out a unclaimed territory here. Named Merfolk. And then I do feel like getting out probably the Mistbinder first to get some extra points of damage in here. And then next turn hold up a negate. Would going down one Jadelight Ranger for a Kapala be worth it for added protection? Luis, probably. Again, there's not really enough testing for me to do here just yet. I need to do some more testing throughout the weeks forthcoming. Now the energy has kind of been devalued. It's really going to shake up the meta. But I do think Jadelight Ranger is fantastic. I think Kumena might be a good sideboard support card against a heavy removal strategy. Against this particular strategy here, we have to deal with Settle the Wreckage, which negate is what it's really going to have to deal with. So, or contend with. Because again, Settle doesn't target our creatures. Trying to bet you didn't know this, but people love fish. That's true. People do love fish. Oh, man. Glory to the brood. I'm sure you already spoke to it, but thoughts on the red bands? I think they're pretty fair, Kevin. I think it helps to make sure that Remnant Bread doesn't take off in the format. A lot of people are going to probably say that it's going to open it up for a lot of control magic in the future. Yeah, the ban list came out earlier this morning, Venomous. At my previous event, my previous card was Foil Storm the Vaults. Pretty happy. Nice! That's awesome. River Herald's Boon is here for us. We can actually get in for lots of damage here. Let's do that first. They have 3 mana available here. Now, they could go for a Fatal Push because they do have Concealed Courtyard up. Let's see what they want to do here. Having an irrigated farmland helps us to probably play out a Branchwalker and River Herald's Boon this next turn. However, they could be having a Fumigate the following turn, so we're still going to hold up a negate. How do you love all your vids? We do a deck tech on Vampire. Greetings from France. Hi, Quinn. Yes, we'll do a deck tech tomorrow. Getting in for 7 points of damage on turn 4, dropping our opponent down to 10. Search for Ascan to trigger once again. I predict Boros Aggro Rising with the new enchantment. Yes, I agree. I think Boros Aggro is going to be awesome. Merfolk and Magic and Mermails and Yu-Gi-Oh! You've activated my trap card, Ezra. I love me some Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what I originally grew up with. Well, Pokemon first, but I never really learned how to play, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! And then to Magic. Let's see here. Do we have a Fumigate? Looks like it. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to hurt you. Ouchies. Let's go for an island here, or a forest. We're going to go with a Silvergear Adept here first, drawing into a negate. Probably should have kept up that island there. I feel really bad about that now. Let's go for a Branchwalker here and explore. We got into a Spell Pierce. We're going to put that on top. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a secondary Fumigate in hand. We drop our opponent down to 3 here. Really concerned now. Really feel bad about leaving up, not using the unclaimed territory for the Adept. Opponent might be passing though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. They could have a Cast Out. They could have Settled the Wreckage. Now we do have Spell Pierce and Negate. We're drawing into Spell Pierce and we have Negate in hand. So I don't mind playing the Counter War if they have it. Why Rampaging Ferocidon? Because it really did hurt in the token base and life gain matchups. Alright, let's go for attacks. One, two, three, 4. The problem here, of course, is that we do not have another mana. Could have played the Branchwalker first to get another blue mana. We do a black-green exploring sneak deck tech. I definitely will in the future. I think the Merfolk, especially Jadelight Ranger, is amazing with Winding Constrictor. I do think an Explore Winding Constrictor deck would be ridiculous. Let's see what opponent has. They have to have basically a negate and a settle the wreckage in hand. If they have that, then we lose all of our creatures. So let's see. They don't! Oh, nice! We got a 2-0. Easy 2-0. Let's get on to match 2 here. Update our listing. Oh, Doctor. Alright, let's play first. Play again. Gonna do Merfolk with a splash of black, basically add Fatal Push, Walk the Plank, Vraska, and Scarab God. What do you think? You lost me at Scarab God, but I think everything else is fantastic if you're gonna splash black. Winding Constrictor is also very good too. Had 1 blue mana. That's true. Play first, yes. Sanctum Territory. This is gonna be a keep for us, thanks to Adept. Ah, so good, so good. Just straight value. What up, J-Dubs? Let's get a Botanical Sanctum here and go for a Speaker. Thanks to the Mistbinder, we'll be able to get an Adept on turn 2, so I feel pretty confident about that. Oh. Let's see here. Adonis Climb. Let's go for a Unclaimed Territory. Go for Merfolk. And then Adept. Keep in mind, the Adonis Climb does not attach to a particular creature. It puts a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. Then if they have 3 or more, it flips into a land for us. So, amazing. Really good value. This was the slot originally that was taken up by Cumena, and I feel like this particular build now is a lot more efficient. Helps me out a little bit more, gives me mana, and can actually make a creature have flying and double its power. So, I think that's a good game ender there. Opponent may have a Fatal Push here. Looks like they will. Push on the Cumena. That's right. It might be playing up against the Black-White Vampire build with the Hinny. That's a really tough matchup here for us. We don't see how the B&E is affecting the format. Don't know what they mean by that, Gibbage. 90% of the time, this deck works every time. That's true. We can go for an Enter the Unknown here, or we can go for a Adonis Climb. Let's go for Enter the Unknown. Warden on top here. Sure. We're going to draw into that. I think it's fair to do that. The reason I say that is because we have a lot of trouble against spot removal. So 2 Swift Wardens are really going to help us out. This does mean that Silvergear Adept's going to get in for 4 this turn. And they'll likely use Fatal Push on the Merfolk Mistbinder if they draw into it. Banned and restricted. Oh, gotcha. I saw the E. I was confused. Yeah, I'm really excited for the new format now. It's really opened up to me. Let's see here. 3 mana. What do you got? Thopter Arrest. Is that possible? Nope. They're going to do Implement of Examination. Interesting. All right, well, we're going to just get out the Adonis Climb here. Put some counters on the Mistbinder. Get in for 7 on turn 4, dropping our opponent down to 9. Again, this deck is super powerful. Now, the problem with this that we just did there is that we have Swift Warden in our hand. We can't play it out this turn, so if they do have a Bondhu's Last Reckoning or something, we will be in the dirt. So we'll see what happens. Evolving Wilds. I'm interested in what our opponent's running here, though. They have a cast out they just cycled through. So, maybe another Implement. What is this? Yeah, another Implement. Okay. Getting at 6 for our opponent. Interesting. Now keep in mind, Legendary Enchantment, we can't play it twice. We can play a Mistbinder again. But I do think keeping up a Swift Warden is the better move here. Let's get another counter on a creature here. Put another counter on the Mistbinder. Okay. And let's get in for 8. Oh, actually we could have won this turn. No! No! Ah. Opponent had tapped out mana. We could have won this turn. I'm going to update the punt counter here. That's my fault. I still feel that we have we're going to win, but we'll see what happens. I just realized that as soon as I attacked, I was like, no, we could have done it. Hey Terra, why aren't you running Kapala? Dane, I feel like a 3-mana 2/2 that really doesn't do anything on the battlefield is not that great. And really only good if your opponent has a lot of removal. So I'm really not that big of a fan of it. I think it's fine in like Modern where there's a lot more removal, but in Standard it's just not that great to me. Is this a Fumigate? If it's a Fumigate, we Swift Warden on their instep, and we still win. Yeah, it is. Alright, that's fair. We still win. We could have won the last turn, though. Let's get out of Swift Warden here. Make a 3-3. And that is it. Oh, opponent! Why'd you just... Oh, they're salty. They just was like, you know what? I'm done. Yeah, we're 2-0 right now. Opponent completely scooped there. Let's go to match 3 here. We're having some fun today. Hey, Taryn, do you think the Deeproot version of Merfolk is playable? Again, this deck had originally Deeproot Waters in the deck, but I just feel like a turn 3 is so crucial for Standard right now. And to play a card that has no impact on turn 3 just hurts my soul. So that's why I took it out. We're not on the draw, so this is a bad hand for us. It's mulligan. This is a bit better because of the speaker and being able to see what's on top. We're going to bottom that. Scout speaker and pass. I love how salty all the energy scrubs are today. Dude, they are salty. By the way, like whenever I made that video, like 5 reasons energy should be banned, and like talked about Attune with Aether and Rogue Refounder, people were like, "Ah, oh, you're whining so much." I was like, dude, like there's nothing I can do about it, you know? Like the deck is good. All right, so this is really going to push our limits here on this particular set. Now that we didn't get into another land. So let's see what happens. Having 2 committed speakers is actually pretty good, though. 4 damage on the next turn. Search. Oh, still didn't get a land. We're gaining for 4, though. Dropping our opponent down to 14 on turn 3. Feeling really bad right now. Hopefully we get into a land really quickly. Gonna hit 6 for our opponent. I play Team Your Energy, and I'm glad it slowed down. I understand it was too powerful. I understand, too. No! Sometimes you'll have this. We had 2 really good matches. Now we're going to have one really so-so match. We're still doing 4 points of damage per turn, so not too bad. By the way, everyone asked this, but why are you playing Mimic instead of Deeproot Elite? So Deeproot Elite, to me, I didn't like it because of the mana requirements it had, so the 1 green mana. To me, I like Metallic Mimic a bit more, because if we had more blue mana than green mana, we could play this out regardless. It does exactly the same thing, and it also has 1 extra point of power. That's what I liked more. However, Deeproot Elite can put counters on itself, I believe, or is it on another target? I think it's another target, actually. So it can actually power up other Merfolk that have already hit the battlefield. I think that's a good idea. But at the same time, Metallic Mimic just helps out on the curve. Sean, how's it going? I need to rebuild mine, but don't have the Mimic. What's a good sub? The good sub would be the card we just talked about, which is the Deeproot Elite. Alright, opponent has 4 cards here. If they have a Settle the Wreckage, they're really going to help us out. Still no mana. Let's go for an attack here. Come on, settle me so I can get some mana. Oh, you did! Thank you. Let's go for a green and a blue. And then pass turn. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Just target Merfolk so it can target itself. Nice. Well, that is an upside there. I do like that it does have the ability there to pump up particular creatures, but at the same time, Metallic Mimic, to me, is a bit better on the curve, especially with the mana requirements of the deck. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Unclaimed territory. There we go. There we go. A little bit better now. A little bit better. We can go for a Metallic Mimic. This might get countered. Yeah, it's going to get countered. That's fine. Gotta skip this song. Alright, pass turn. We have a Mistbinder on the field. Yeah, just saw the ban list, Sean. It's awesome. So happy. Like a kid in a candy store. Alright. Opponent has 10 life. They have 5 men on the battlefield. We don't want to run into a Fumigate or anything like that. They're going to keep up. Yeah. Down to an island there. They're going to keep up a settle. So we're just going to play it safe here. I'm going to get out a Hadana's Climb first. And the reason is because I don't want to run into another Fumigate situation. So, of course, this is an approach deck, so we're really going to be hurting ourselves by doing this a little bit. So game 2 is going to be a little bit better with the negates and supreme wills in our deck. But we can still get in for 3 points damage here, dropping them down to 7 if they want to make it. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Alrighty. Search. Where's the approach ban? I don't think approach will ever get banned, even though it is kind of an annoying card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of ways to get around it, obviously, like a negate or a spell pierce, things like that. I can hear the energy players from my LGS crying right now. It's as if thousands of voices cried out and then was suddenly silenced. Alright, Merfolk. We can go with a... Let's go for a binder here. The reason is because I'm trying to get a counterspell out of our opponent. It's going to make our Merfolk a 4/4. And then a Herald's Boon could drop our opponent down to 1 if they don't want to settle. Ooh, what's this? Gear Hulk. Okay. They're going to disallow with that. That's fair. See, now our opponent will probably not... Okay. Alright, we're going to go for attacks here, and we're actually going to be... Yep, okay. Attacking out with a 6/6 here, thanks to River Herald's Boon. They want to block. We're going to trade and actually kill their creature with a 6/6. Effective date for ban is January 19th on paper and 15th. Yeah, so today for MTGO and the 19th for basically when the set goes live in paper. Search here. 4 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could get into a land here and then go for an approach. Rather have Elite than the double Explorer guy, I think. J-Light Ranger's very good, though. Ooh, they go for an approach. Okay, they go up to 14. That's fair. Okay, let's go for a... Let's see. What is the most possible damage we can do this turn? We can actually go for a lot of damage this turn. So we're going to do a point of damage here. It's going to flip. We're going to attack. And this actually can automatically win us the game here. Oh, Doctor. 14-14. What? Oh my gosh. Went out of nowhere. There you go. Winged Temple of Vraska is so good, guys. It's so good against approach decks because it can just win just immediately if we have the correct mana. Let's bring in Negates. Actually, let's bring in Negates and Spell Pierce here. We're in a game 2 now. I'm like a kid in a candy store with this Merfolk deck, man. It's so good. Alright. Take that approach. Death Punch. We just did the One Punch Man. One Punch! Alright, let's see here. Essence Scatter is going to be terrible for us. We took out Rebuke. Let's take out a Swift Warden. Let's take out a River Herald's Boon. A Boon. Let's see. And... probably Enter the Unknown. We want to be fast, but we want to be a little bit better on the curve. Let's hit submit here. We did it, boys! Energies is dead! That's right, Derek. It's dead. And we're at 172, 169, or 269, actually. What's up, guys? If you're new to the stream, welcome. I stream Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time for 5 matches or until 3 p.m., whichever we hit first. We have some fun. All this week we're doing standard decks. Today we're doing Merfolk. Tomorrow we're doing Vampires. And Wednesday we're doing Pirates. Thursday I'll probably do a draft and or do another build. Probably a dinosaur build, maybe, if we're really into it. And then Friday, of course, is Fan Friday, which is where you can submit your own deck to the stream on our Facebook group. The link is in the description. Or on Twitter. You can always tweet at me at SuperHinotama. The name is right above me. Go there. You can tweet us fan decks. We'll run them on the stream on Fridays. This deck is super duper. I don't think control strategy are favorites because of a lot of new tempo strategies are now available and good. Yeah, and Brozy, I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people are like, well, oh, tempo or control is just going to take over the format. And I'm like, do you see what I'm doing against approach right now? Like, he just approached and I hit him for 14 in one turn with one creature. So it's just, I feel like that argument is a little, is not as useful for the format. I think this is probably a keep for us. We're on the draw, so this does make the keep a little bit better. Hopefully we can get into an unclaimed territory or botanical sanctum. Got into a metallic mimic though. That does mean that a speaker can come in as a 2/2 attacking in next turn. Branchwalker. Let's go for the mimic first. Might have an essence scatter to the mimic here. Do they? They do not. Merfolk. And we're just going to get in for 2. Desert Tribal? Aw. Well, Desert Tribal lost the Remnant Ruins, so I feel kind of sad about that. Alrighty. Branchwalker is going to be our next play here, unless we get into a blue mana. If we do, we'll probably play out the Silver Gill Adept. It's going to be hard to say that for me. Tap land for our opponent. Ooh, territory. There we go. Let's go for the Adept here. Get some of that card value. Let's go for the Branchwalker. The reason we're not playing the Mistbinder yet is because we really want to have a... yeah, there's a Jace's Defeat there. That's fine. Still going to get in for 4. Weird that our opponent put in Jace's Defeat when they know that we have a lot of green creatures. I guess because of the Mistbinder and the Adept. That makes sense, I guess. But for the most part, our Merfolk are green. 5 cards in our opponent's hand. They might have a Settle the Wreckage this next turn. We're going to try and hopefully get into a blue mana with the Branchwalker here, unless we draw into it. We got into it, actually, but let's go for a Branchwalker first and see if we get an actual blue mana. If not, we might just hold up. Ooh, they're going to use a Disallow. Okay. That is fine. Let's just get in for some damage here. Again, opponent is just really tapping themselves out, one for wanting our plays, and we're going to be much faster than them, so it doesn't matter. Now, this turn is where they might have a Fumigate. If they do, we'll be in trouble. 4 cards in hand. If they have it, we'll be in trouble. But if they don't have it, I mean, they're going to be going down to 6, 7, 8. We're probably going down to, let's see, 4 if we play the Mistbinder. Ooh, search for Azcanta. Opponent didn't have the Fumigate. And they don't have anything else either. They have... Ooh, okay. Let's go for a... let's go for a Mistbinder here. Let's get in for a 6. Could keep up the 7-8 here for the blocking defense. We want to keep up a negate for a Fumigate following turn. Unless they have something, which they don't. Going down to 4. Come on. Oh, man. Opponent, you have nothing. They have a Cast Out here. I'm going to turn off auto yields. They cycled that because they're looking for a Fumigate instead of a Cast Out. Because Cast Out doesn't solve their issue. Threw away a Field of Ruin. Do we have it? We have it! Oh, we got it again! Oh my gosh. Against 2 different control decks here. We got it again. Oh my gosh. We are 3-0 right now, guys. I'm telling you. Merfolk, you just won't stop. Ballin'. That's right, Unmask. We know the way. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Opponent is on the player. We're on the draw. We have a pretty decent hand for us with the Branchwalker here and the Mistbinder. I think this is going to be a keep for us. Would love to get into a Kumina Speaker. Merfolk Madness. It's true. Let's see your island. Got into River Herald's Boon. Not bad, not bad. Let's get in a Forest first and then pass. Going to play at the Branchwalker first. I'm excited to remake my Merfolk finally. Nice, Giovanni. Going to hit 6 for our opponent. Silver Gear Adept. Nice. Let's go for an island here and then just get out the Adept. We're going to reveal the Branchwalker. We don't want to reveal the Mistbinder because that is a key card in our opponent in our strategy. They may have an Essence Scatter here. They are. Is it? There it is. This could be a deck we might lose against thanks to that. Why no Heroic Intervention? Because Hour of Devastation is the thing, Sea Monkey, and it hurts us badly. Let's go for an unclaimed territory here, named Merfolk. I like getting out the Branchwalker first. Let's go for an Explorer. Got into a Botanical Sanctum. I feel kind of bad now that we played out the unclaimed territory, but nothing really we could do about that. Pass turn. Get 6 for our opponent. We do not have anything to protect our creature this particular turn. These control decks seem loose. Merfolk is strong, though, for sure. Yeah. Getting in for 1 point of damage here in the air. 4 cards in our opponent's hand. Enter the Unknown. Ooh, nice. Let's go for a Explore here with Enter the Unknown. We can play 2 lands this turn. If we get into a land, we can actually play an untapped land, most likely. Oh, no! We used the green mana. Hit cancel. Okay. We did get a Mistbinder out of that, though. Let's get out an island and a Botanical Sanctum. Actually, it doesn't work because the creature didn't get to explore, right? That does suck. Let's go for a Mistbinder here. And pass turn. Opponent has plenty of removal here. And again, the Drake is going to get larger and larger. Merfolk is a beautiful deck. Felipe, I agree. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, 5 mana on the battlefield. Wow, we just hit 320 watchers. What is up, guys? If you're liking this deck so far, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. We have streams Monday through Friday. Ooh, Metallurgic Summonings. This is interesting. At noon, Central Standard Time, we go for 5 matches or until 3 p.m. This is going to be a quick day thanks to the matches. We might actually go for some more matches, honestly. Merfolk is such a fast deck here. Swift Ward. Let's get a Botanical Sanctum here. I do think doing a Merfolk Mistbinder is pretty decent. And then doing a River Herald's Boon on the attack here. It's pretty good. Let's get that out. Doesn't mean we have a 5/5 now. None of us will complain about extra Merfolk matches. Sure do. Good deal. Thoughts on bans? Will, I just put a video out on the channel just a minute ago whenever the stream just went live. And yeah, I'm really happy for the bans. I think it really will help open up Standard. Hopefully the Merfolk deck and the Vampire decks and the Pirate decks, they all get their time in the limelight. They were sort of robbed of it whenever Ixalan kind of came out because they weren't good enough against that particular strategy. Fill out our Sovereign isn't legal in Standard. Yeah, that's true. I do think, you know, the life gain decks, they were kind of on the outskirts, the Crested Sunmare decks. That deck might come back into focus because that deck is very good. It just wasn't fast enough. Tormenting Voice making a 2/2 here. Oh, man. We have some value right here now. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Let's go for an island play. Let's get out Hadana's Climb here, and we're going to have a Swift Warden available for a Hexproof spell on our side of the field. Opponent might have a Lightning Strike in hand. We're going to keep the Swift Warden up. Put a +1/+1 counter on this Mistbinder here. They have commits. We're going to go for a Swift Warden. This does make a 4/4 though. Very nice. Go to combat here. Let's get a +1/+1 counter on this Mistbinder, making it a 4/4. And let's attack out with the 4/4 and 5/5. They may trade with the 4/4 here. They have 1 card in hand. I would block if I was them. All right, now they're going to have to keep either. They're going to have to either kill this Mistbinder here this next turn, or they're going to have to keep up the Enigma Drake to block, because of course when this flips, when we put the counter on the Mistbinder here, we can double it and make it flying and do 10 points of damage. Ooh, they're attacking! Oh, do they have a secondary Drake in hand? Let's see what they played here. They played a island for the turn. Herald is 4 mana, right? I can't see that being good enough. Yeah, I don't think Herald's good enough. Hey, Charon, what do you say about putting 1 to 2 copies of Herald to Secret Streams? Yeah, I don't think that's good enough. Wind's Rebuke! Ah, that's annoying. That does hurt us slightly. Let's go for a... cancel real quick. Let's go for another Mistbinder coming out. Gonna put a +1/+1 counter on the Swift Warden here. We have another Swift Warden in hand, basically a Blossoming Defense with legs. Getting in for 5. But I feel like opponent probably has won this because of the 9/4 in the air. Yeah, we're gonna concede here. We've lost this match, sadly. If they didn't have Winds of Rebuke, we would have won that match. Let's go to game 2 here. Such a close match. Alright. Do you think negates are coming in? I think River's Rebuke could probably come out. I think Spell Pierce can come in here. Let's take out River's Boon. Let's take out 1 Ranger. And 1 Enter the Unknown. I want to say the Supreme Will could possibly come in as well. Scavenger Grounds could also come in here, replacing an island. Actually, not an island. Let's take out a forest. Alright. This red-blue deck is another one I want to play, but didn't due to energy. Yeah, again, like, slowing down energy really does mean that the decks are kind of wide open now. Having 1 mana in this opening hand is not great. Man, it's so good, though. If we get into a green mana, we would be set. Should I keep it, guys? This is a really greedy hand. Hey, Taryn, is this a budget build or super competitive? Joaquin, this is, to me, a super competitive build. I tried to make the first builds I do competitive, and then I kind of back it off from there. So, I might be making a Herald of Secret Streams deck in the near future. I think that'd be really fun. Rakdos aggro is definitely going to be a thing in the competitive meta. Will, you want to mull? Root, you want to keep? Oh, man. Mull. Okay, let's mull again, guys. That's alright. Yeah, this is fine. No creature in hand, though. We do have Hadana's Climb, Negate, and Spell Pierce. Let's keep and put this on top. Now, the problem with Silver Gear Adept is that we're going to have a situation where we might not have another Merfolk in hand. I would say this is a much worse hand for us. Oop, it's 5 real quick, so we can Spell Pierce something if we need to. This hand's worth it for the lands, though, I agree. Let's get an unclaimed territory named Merfolk. And then we're just going to pass turn here. Keep it yellow. What do you think about the new Relic of Prague card? That's alright, Randy. Not sure how it'll see play in Standard, though. Having a Gate and Spell Pierce in our hand is really going to help us out in the mid to late game. Sanctum here. Let's get that out and play out. Climb. Might get negated here. Nope, okay. What do you think about the mono black aggro? Will it see Spotlight? I absolutely agree with that. I think mono black aggro will get way better now that energy and Remnant Bread have slowed down. Why rattle the chains of main board? There's a lot of removal out there. So, let's see your forest. We're going to hold on to the Scavenger Grounds. We're not going to play that out until we absolutely have to. We're going to pass turn here. Again, Silvergale is basically 5 mana if we don't have another Merfolk. So we don't want to do that just yet. You just played a 3-drop that doesn't impact the board. Well, it impacts the board if we have creatures, Kieran. Alright, Eric. Mono Black Aggro is sweet already, so it's great that we have this chance to sign. Yeah, I agree. Mono Black Aggro looks sweet right now. I agree too. Might have been a good idea to bring in Essence Scatter over Spell Pierce. We'll see what happens though. They do have a Drake that could play this turn. 7 mana in hand, or 7 cards in hand, 4 mana on the battlefield. Looks like a no play. They're holding up for counters here. That makes sense. Alright, we got the adept here. We can go for this. Let's go for the adept and see if they want it to happen. It does happen. Ooh, we do get some actual value out of it. Swift Warden, okay. We're going to get a counter on it. Obviously, it can't attack this turn, but it might be out of range of a... yeah, there's a shock there. Yeah, we're going to let that happen. That's fine. The problem is they would just waste another spell, and we don't want to waste the negate just yet. What slowed down energy and ran up breath? Attune with Aether and Rogue Refiner sped them up, and removing those from energy slowed them down. And then Run Up Ruins was like basically 2 free points of damage to our opponent's life total for just playing land. And I feel like that's a little crazy. 7 cards. It's 5 mana now. Metallurgic Summonings, perhaps? Doesn't look like it. Opponent's playing it really safe right now. Let's go for a Metallic Mimic here. May have a counter here. I feel like it is worth it to negate this particular card. Now they may have a burn spell as soon as this hits the battlefield. If that's the case, there's nothing we can do about it, obviously. But yeah, it's fine. The more cards that are directed at our creatures, the less we have to worry about our life total. But we do have to worry about, again, a Drake hitting the battlefield soon. So... Alright. Let's go for a Scavenger Grounds here. One, two. Let's get a speaker. Again, that's fine. Let's go for another speaker. And pass turn. We wanted to hold the Scavenger Grounds in our hand for a while because of their graveyard. They have 3 cards in hand right now. They may want to kill the speaker here. Let's go with the Scavenger Grounds here. Yes. They have 1 card in hand, so it can't be anything important. So now their Drake is a 0/4. Yeah, they bounce forever, but at the same time, we'll still be live this next turn. Let's go for a Branchwalker here. We should have the run of the thing now. Commit? Oh my gosh. Opponent. Let's go with a Community Speaker here. And pass turn. All the bounce. If you have multiple Explore cards at the start, that enchantment almost on the same turn. Yeah, you can almost flip it. Yeah, let's go for a Aether Hub here. Especially with the Jadelight Ranger, it gets the 2 counters, and then you can actually put a counter out thanks to Hadana's Climb. They're going to memory here. Nothing in the graveyard. They're just going to draw 7 new cards. We still have Spell Pierce in hand, which is great for us. Baral. Okay. That is annoying, but really nothing we can't handle. Let's see here. Let's go for an island. Let's go for an Into the Unknown here. Put that on top. That's fine. Let's go for a Metallic Mimic. Merfolk. Sure. Mistbinder. And then we get in for 4. So they may have something in their hand as far as a Lightning Strike or something like that. But we should be good because we do have a lot of creatures in our hand here. Now, playing out the Swift Wardens next turn is going to be great. But we do have the downside of being completely open this particular turn. Spell Pierce really wouldn't help us at all. We just really needed to get some value on the battlefield. Now, if they have a Sweltering Suns, that's really going to hurt us. But this looks like a Metallurgic Summonings. Yeah, there it is. No attacks. 5 cards in hand. Let's go for a Adept here. Show another Silver Gill. Hold up a Swift Warden. Draw. Get into Botanical Sanctum. Let's go for attacks here. Hold up a Swift Warden. Getting in for 7-10. This is a commit. Looks like a pull from tomorrow for 5. What are you blocking here? I could have spell pierced that. Why did I do that? Ah! Oh, no. That's punt number 2. Punt number 2. Dumb. I'd assume they would want to block the Metallic Mimic because it gives value on top of value. They may want to block that one. Yeah, okay. That's fine. They're not going to block with this. Okay, they're going to block the 3/3? That's better. Why did I do that? What is wrong with me? Alright, alright. But it's whenever you cast, so it still makes the 5/5. It just gives them a lot more extra value on this particular turn here. So, I feel bad about that. Spell Pierce was golden. I agree. We could have done Spell Pierce, then done Silver Gill. Sure. It's just a 1/4 here. Dumb. Not sure why I wasn't thinking. Bruh, that point. I know, I just kind of like, as soon as it happened, I realized my mistake. Yeah, we're going to go for a Spell Pierce here, because we can. Now we Spell Pierce. Hey. Oh, man. Let's see here. Branch Walker. Let's go for a Adept. Let's get into a River Herald's Boon, if we actually got that. That'd be nice. Let's get out Branch Walker. Explore. On top? Yeah, that's fine. Let's go for a Speaker here. What we're basically doing now is we're racing. Gotta go fast. We're going to pass for the turn, I believe. We could get in for 3/2, 3/2, and 3/3. They could kill. They could block one, kill the other. Maybe get 3 points of damage in. Let's wait a turn. Again, having Swift Wardens in our hand here for next turn really does help us. So why didn't you put Kumina or Deep Root Warriors in? I like the Metallic Mimic play a little bit better, personally, because of the mana requirements. It does help us out a little bit. Sonic the Merman, gotta go fast. Taryn, did you leave in Rebuke? I took out Rebuke, actually. So Rebuke is out of the deck, so that would be a great card to keep in here, actually, in hindsight. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Let's go for a Merfolk Branchwalker here. Yeah, Rebuke is out. Mistbinder on top here. We're going to keep that on top. Let's get in for some good beats here. Three cards in our opponent's hand. Yeah, especially after seeing summonings game 1. Yeah, I should have kept it in, Eric. You're right. Blocking the 4/3 here. Not bad. They can block one other thing, and then they'll take 3, 6, 9 points of damage. Unless they want to burn some spells. Which we can actually Swift Warden on something else. Alright. Opponent thinking they're going to lose Baral here. No problem. Opponent down to 7. Again, we want to play that very loosely. We're going to play a Swift Warden this next turn. Either way, if they have a kill spell or not. And then get out the Mistbinder the following turn. Here's Baral. So having another Baral in hand. There's a 3rd Baral there. Ooh, Serpents of 6/5. Interesting. They're going to skip combat here. Let's get out a Swift Warden. They have 1 card to hand, no red mana. So we're going to protect the Metallic Mimic here. Hit OK. No problem. Let's get into a Mistbinder. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be able to win this turn. Especially with the Swift Warden in hand. The attack out. Let's see what they got. 2 creatures, a 3 and a 4 gets in. We automatically win. So they would need to block and then create another. Actually, there's no way because they would have to create 2 things. Block a 4/4. Okay, doing this way. 3, 7, 5. They should be dead there, unless they have another way to block, which they don't. That's game, right? Unless they have a bounce spell. But even then, they would need to bounce 2 things. That's it. Cool. Let's go to game 3 here. Nice. Doing good, doing good. We're going to bring back in Reverse Rebuke. I think that's pretty fair. Let's take out Hadana's Climb. I do like this card a lot. You know what? I'm gonna keep them in. I think they're fine. Let's take out the Spell Pierces here. And bring in some Essence Scatters. We could bring in Naturalize for the enchantments if you wanted to, but that's really the only card that they would have, though. I feel like a Negate would be better. Actually, let's take out the Essence Scatter and bring in Supreme Wills instead. Let's see here. Let's take out the rest of the boons. Bring Mistbinder back. I think we're good, actually. Or IP Rampaging Frostodon. Yeah, I know, Thomas, it sucks. But at the same time, you know, it opens up the format. With Deep-Root Warrior over Metallic Mimic, your Swift Wardens can be combat tricks. It's true. Trying to see if there's anything else we want to bring in here. I think we're fine. Let's hit submit. All right, game 3. Let's see what we can do. Commander not good enough. I feel like that. Yep. Let's see. 2 lands. Lots of 2-drops. We're good to go. We're going to keep here. Opponent is on the play. Alrighty. When you're doing Vampire Tribal, I am doing that tomorrow. Absolutely. Been playing around with that for a couple days now. Wanted to go with either an Oketra's Monument or a Bantu's Monument. I think I've finally rested on Bantu's Monument for tomorrow. The deck list will go, or the deck tech will go up tomorrow morning, and then we'll do the stream. Asking for your opinion, though, as I don't see it in your deck. Oh, yeah, Commit is not in the deck because I feel like it wasn't fast enough. And the problem is, of course, is that it's good with Deep-Root Waters, but at the same time, Deep-Root Waters is a turn 3 spell that doesn't do anything. At least with Hadana's Climb, it helps pump your board state. Botanical Sanctum here. Do not have a turn 1 play, but that's okay. I just felt like the card, while it was decent, really doesn't help us as far as being aggressive and going forward. I'd rather be aggressive going forward. Let's see here. Blossoming Defense. Let's keep this up. They have 2 blue mana here. We could go for either Mimic. Let's go for a Mimic here and see if we can get some removal out of the way. All right, going to pass turn here. 329 viewers. When was the last time there were that many? I don't think ever, Andrew. Probably the last time Ixalan was here. I was super excited when I saw the deck tag. Love the classic tribals. Go Merfolk. Yeah, we're doing good. We're 3-0 right now. And this is game 3 in match 4. Opponent playing 3 blue lands. Doesn't look like they have anything. Let's go for an island here. Let's go for a Jade Light Ranger. This might get Essence Scattered. If so, that's fine. If not, we have a huge payout here. Be a 3-2 automatically. It could be a possible 5-4. Thanks to the Metallic Mimic. They may want to bounce Mimic. Ooh, they don't. Ooh. Oh, we hit. We hit. Yes. Nice. We have a 5/4 on the field now. Obviously, they have bounce spells, so it's not like, you know, they have a way to not deal with it. We do have Blasphemy Defense in hand, though, so. Yeah, there's Winter's Rebuke. No problem. Getting in for 2. Approach is the worst. We beat it twice already, Magic. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's see here. 5 cards, 6 cards in hand, 3 mana on the battlefield. Still no red mana. Really get rid of a mountain there from Winds of Rebuke. Going for an opt on the main phase, hoping for probably red mana, I would assume. River's Rebuke with 19 lands. Isn't it too high of a converted mana? Well, with all of the Explorer cards we have, as well as yeah, all the Explorer cards we have, as well as the Silver Gill Adepts, we really are okay with drawing into lots of mana. Let's go for an island here. Okay, so we could go for a Ranger once again. Let's see, 3 mana up. Let's go for a Mistbinder here first. Again, against this kind of opponent, we really want to play out as many things as we can, as fast as we can. Mistbinder could have been a good play there, but I'm really going to hold up a Blossoming Defense this next turn. Yeah, exactly, Gibbage. We're going to hold up a defense here to make sure that our opponent doesn't in-phase Winds of Rebuke us. That would suck. Or if they get into a Supreme Will, okay. That's fine. They're really looking for some red mana. Alyssa. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we're here. We're a good family. We have fun. We play Magic. Alright, let's see. Opponent looks like they're passing turn here. Interesting. No mana again. Botanical Sanctum coming in here. Let's go for a Mimic here. I think that's fair. This might get Essence Scattered. Winds of Rebuke. There's a Winds. Blossoming Defense to the Metallic Mimic. Do they have a secondary bounce spell? Or a negate, perhaps? A secondary bounce spell. Wow. Okay. And then that one just fizzles. Alright. Burning 2 cards for 1. I understand. They want that out of there. But yeah, so tomorrow will be Vampires, and then Wednesday will be Pirates. And maybe Dinosaurs on Thursday, depending on how I like the build. To me, Dinosaurs can be extremely explosive or dirtle for, like, ever. So, gonna hit 6 for our opponent there. Oh, we just have value forever. Let's go for a Mistbinder here. I really want to go for another Mistbinder. But I think playing out Jadelight Ranger here helps us a lot. Well, that hits as well. Dang. Oh, and we hit a Branchwalker. Oh my gosh. We just made a 7/6. We're going to get in for 12 here. Actually, just for 8, sorry. We have lethal next turn. 5 cards on our opponent's hand. They haven't got into red mana at all. And most of our creatures are now out of the shock range. Mimic can die to a Lightning Strike. But the Lords are now above like strike range. Looks like no mana. Good games. Wow. Yeah, they had shocks for days. Oh my gosh. Essence Scatter. I'm surprised they didn't get rid of the Jadelight Ranger there. We had Merfolk Branchwalker we're going to draw into. And then a Mistbinder again. Oh my gosh. Doing good. Doing good. Let's go to match 5 here. All right. Play. We are 4-0. On fire. Had 2 punts, though. You broke the format on day 1. I don't think about that, but I do think this Merfolk deck is extremely good. This is going to be a keep for me. Yeah, that deck right there was blue-red, like, Evasion or something like that. Blue-red Drake, I guess. We're on the draw. I'm thinking of building a green-black Reanimator with a new flip land in Liliana. That might be good, honestly. Let's go for Botanical Sanctum and then just pass turn here. Getting into a land is pretty decent. Inspiring Vantage. This might be the Boros aggro deck. Quick, Watsy, ban Merfolk. No, I don't think it's that good, honestly. It is beatable. They just, you know, a lot of decks have to be ready for it. Oh, we're up against a Boros aggro deck here. Let's go for a Forest here. Let's go for a Merfolk Branchwalker. Yield. Adept on top, sure. We have a 3-2 here. Obviously, they're going to get for 3 points of damage, or 2 points of damage because of the monkey. We can block that unless they want to kill our Branchwalker here. I assume they want to get out another creature. Yeah, there's a Crasher. Yeah, this is going to be the real test here. This deck. Getting in, exerting. 6 points of damage on turn 3. Drop me down to 14. Siren Storm Tamer, a Rebuke on Saturday. Feels good. Alright. Let's go for a Forest here. We're going to cast a Silvergill. Reveal a Jadelight Ranger. Draw a card. Got into a Speaker here. Could go for a Speaker, but we really want to keep up the Blossoming Defense in case of removal. So let's just get in for 3 here. This is exerted, so it doesn't get it to attack this next turn. Yeah, Rebuke doesn't target, so the Kapala like situation that people are wanting to point out in this deck, I don't feel like it's as good because Rebuke targets our opponent, not the Merfolk. Now, target removal obviously is much better, but not as good as it should be. Opponent getting in for 3 here. We're going to let that happen. We're going to keep the Silvergill Adept alive for the turn. We have the Mistbinder to play out next turn. Opponent has 4 cards in hand and 4 mana up. So I'm assuming what they're going to do is maybe play out a Glorybound Initiate. You watched Devilman yet? Oh, you know I watched some anime. I'm a weeb. Yeah, I watched some Devilman. I've gotten 6 episodes in so far. I'm going to go with Blossoming Defense here. Burn another spell. Come on, do it. I want you to burn another. There it goes. Yeah. 2 for 1. Thank you. Appreciate that. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Key to the City. Alright. River's Rebuke. Fantastic for us. We're going to go for Unclaimed Territory. Name a Merfolk. And let's get out a Mistbinder here. We've got their green. And a Kamina Speaker there. Heard enemy and instantly started searching. Any updates to Cat Tribal with Rivals of Ixalan? Ryan, I haven't looked at that list just yet. I definitely will, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 5 mana next turn with River's Rebuke, but Jadelight Ranger will be our priority next turn. Let's get in for 3 here. Black Clover. Alright. Opponent has 2 cards in hand, 4 mana on the battlefield. Key to the City can make something unblockable. I'm assuming they want to exert the Uncrop Crasher here. They can get in for 6 again, dropping us down to 5. New Walker looks like I'm going to replace the 5-drop artifact in Cats. Oh, you talking about Hotley? Maybe. 4 wins. That's a strong deck. It's true. We'd like to get 5 wins right here, but I'm not sure how we'll do that against this particular setup here. Can't block and menace. All right. This creates a 2-1, correct? Yeah. Make it so Kamina can't block, or the Speaker can't block. So that means they are going to be able to get in 6 points of damage this next turn. Good beats, good beats. Don't want to kill our Lord there. Let's see if they have a shock or a strike for the Mistbinder. That would be very good for them. Chandra, okay. -3 to the Mistbinder, that's what I would assume. Yep. Would love to top deck into a Mistbinder. Got into a Swift Ward, not bad. Let's go for a Jadelight Ranger here. Let's see. Branchwalker on top shore. We're at 5. We're going to kill Chandra here with the Speaker. That's all we're going to do. This next turn we have Swift Warden up and a Branchwalker coming in. So what do you think of the ban announcement on Attune with Aether and Roundup Runes today? Double A, I couldn't be happier, honestly. I just put out a video on the channel if you want to check that out. That has me kind of reading the entire thing and just kind of talking about why it's a good idea. And why it's opening up the format, basically. I feel like this is going to be a loss for us. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. They have a Carry Zev here. We can double block. Yeah, we're going to do this. Or do this. That might be better for us. Now, if they have a shock here, then we lose the Jade Light. And that would suck. We do go to 4 here. Yeah, we're going to lose this particular match. Punt on not keeping Commuta back for double block of Carry Zev. No, he really needed to kill the Chandra there. Because Chandra would have done 2 points of damage to us. So they did have the shock. Okay. Let's go for the Branchwalker here. Kind of Donna's Climb. We're going to put that on top and then hold up a Swift Warden. And a pass turn. They have Key to the City, so they can get in for 3 points of damage if they want to. What's your sideboard for aggro deck? Basically, Essence Scatter and another River's Rebuke would be good, perhaps. We'll have to definitely look at the sideboard plan here. Essence Scatter is good, and Spell Pierce would probably be pretty good too. Naturalize is also decent. Yeah, they're going to go Key to the City here. Can't be blocked. They're going to go for just a straight up attack. Are they going to exert? They did exert. Choosing the Merfolk Branchwalker here. Going to go for a Swift Warden. There we go. Playing Sultai 2 at some beating. Anyone sad about Ferocity being banned makes my Dagger Burn deck a little less potent, sadly. Yeah, that's true. It does make it less potent. Can't be blocked. But we can block and kill Carry Zev. And kill the monkey here. Now we just gotta see if our opponent has a burn spell. Being at 1 life is not good. Okay. Let's get a counter on the Warden here. Be amazing if we came back from this, but I doubt it. We're going to attack with just 2 here, getting in for 7, dropping our opponent down to 7. Key to the City means they can draw a card, so they can do that. Looks like they're going to do it. Let's see if they get into it. Do they get into it? They got a mountain. 2 cards in hand. Fanatical Firebrand. No! Well, it's a tap ability. Oh no. Wait. Oh, it has haste. That's right. It has right. Oh. Yep. So close. So close. Go into game 2. We would have won next turn. Alright, let's get out some Essence Scatter, or get in Essence Scatter. Let's bring out River's Rebuke. Let's bring in Supreme Will. Actually, not Supreme Will. Let's bring in Negates. I think that's the better option there. Key Swift Wardens. Let's take out Herald's Boons. Take out 1 Ranger. The monkey. Of all the ways to die. Yeah, that was a savage top deck there. Scavenger Grounds might be coming in for Earthshaker Kinra. We could take out a Forest for that. We didn't see it all game, but I'm assuming it's in the deck. Let's see. Take out a... Enter the Unknown, perhaps. Ban Monkey Goblin. No, it's fine. All right. That's a very good card, though. It's actually in the pirate deck that I have listed so far. Play first? Yes. All right, opponents. We're on the play, so this is going to be a mulligan for us. Come on. A bit better. This is going to be a keep for us. Botanical Sanctum helps us a lot. Would love a land on top. Nope. Let's go Botanical Sanctum and then just go for a speaker. Pass. Alright. Game 2. Let's see what we can do. Mana, shock? Could be a shock there. Shock factor. Come on. You know you want to. Yep, Magma Spray. The problem with Enter the Unknown is we need a target creature to use it, so we might be able to use it this next turn, depending on if our opponent has a another burn spell for our speaker. I'd assume they want to play a creature this turn, though. Earthshaker Kenra. There it is. Not getting into mana here is really hurting us. Let's just get in for 2 or 1 here. I accidentally hit 1 to pass the main phase there. We're going to explore, though. There we go. That does help us, but could have had a possibility of getting another point of damage in there. Opponent getting in for 2, and then playing out what I would assume is another creature, probably carry Zev. Looks like Red Aggro survived the ban just fine. Exactly, Gibbage. Yeah, I think Red Aggro is fine. Just means it's not as decent. Let's go for a Mimic here. We definitely want it to get blown up. I think that's fine. Let's get in for 2. Looks like opponent might not have a burn spell. If they don't burn it now, then they will be taking an extra point of damage. There it is. Okay. I was wondering. Aggro is what red does, so I would hope. Yeah, I mean, Aggro's, I think the red deck is fine. What's up, face up? Really already won 4 games? Yep. 2-0'd most of them. The ban for red was just made to get a little weaker. Yep. Yeah, I think banning Random Ruins really didn't hurt the deck that much. It just hurt the deck from being, like, ungodly in the mid to late game, where you're, like, at 2 or 3 life. Earthshaker Kinder was another card they considered banning, but they didn't, so I'm a little upset about that, but really nothing we can do. Main phase 2, 5 cards in our opponent's hand. Still no creatures. Let's go for a Adept here. Show the speaker. Get some card value. Come on, mana. There is a forest. Let's go for a speaker here. There we go. Going a little bit wider now. But Sucker now is emerging due to the bannings, which is nice. I agree. Magma Spray. Ouch. Opponent has removal for days. Surprised they didn't kill another creature there. Or kill the Adept there. Inspiring Vantage. See, now they'll want me to kill the Earthshaker Kinder, which we're not going to do. Because they're near the Eternalize rate. Not until we at least get into a Scavenger Grounds or something. Let's see. River Herald's Boon. Okay. Let's get in for 4 here. I'm going to hold up a Nest and Scatter. I'm assuming a turn 5 Glorybringer. Or 5 mana Glorybringer. Why Frostodon ban? Because of the matchups against token-based strategies. Path of Metal. Ooh. It deals 1 damage to each creature that doesn't have First Strike, Double Strike, Vigilance, or Haste. When you attack with at least 2 creatures, you have First Strike, Double Strike. Wow. Yeah, let's go for hit River Herald's Boon here, pumping our creatures. So they survive that. Thoughts on the Aura, blue Aura +1/+1 draw card over that green Explore card? I like that card a lot. I think you're talking about the, is it Curious something? I can't remember what it's exactly called. I like that card a lot. The problem with it was that, again, the same thing with the other card we have is that you need to target a creature, but with this one that we have, we can play an additional land. And I feel like we have enough card draw with the Adept here. Instant flip. Oh, man. Okay. This is going to be a really interesting match here. I haven't faced Path of Metal just yet. Would love to get into a mana for Mist Binders. Swift Warden. Let's see, is it target? Choose a creature at random. That creature attack this turn. Destroy that creature. Could get in for, let's see, 8 points of damage. Man. They can't do that this turn. They can do 2 damage. So they can do 2, 4, 6 points of damage. I think playing out the Mistbinder is actually the better move, or just holding up a speaker. Let's attack out with the Adept here. Hold up the Swift Warden. Yeah, it gets around Hexproof for sure. So, but they don't have any mana to tap this particular turn, so they can't do that this turn. We're just going to get in for 3. Pass, hold up Swift Warden, or a Essence Scatter, depending on what happens this turn. They may just want to be pouring mana into this. But they have 5 mana, though, for a Glorybringer. Aspiring Vantage. No, Shepherd Dunes, sorry. That does change things a little bit. Alright, let's go for an Essence Scatter. Good job, good job. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Would assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 mana now, so I would assume if they attacked out, they would think that we would want to block. And they'd be right. We will want to block for sure. Going to 6 from this. Another Path of Metal. Wow. That does kill my speaker. Well, we got into an island. Let's go with Mistbinder and Mistbinder. This helps a little bit. It helps especially against the Earthshaker Kinra here when they try to reanimate it. They'd have to kill the Merfolk Mistbinder first. Or a Merfolk Mistbinder with a Lightning Strike. They have 2 cards in hand, which they could do. This is a Hazoret. They only have 2. Yep, there's a Hazoret. Ouch. Yeah, this is another loss for us. Oh man, they got us way quickly. Quick 2-0. At least 2 creatures. This flips. Oh, they're only attacking with 1. Interesting. Wow. Well, they're giving me the option here. Either die to this or die to a strike or something. We have to block. Then we can do about it. Interesting they didn't attack with both here, because this would flip. Even the ability to do 2 points of damage to me. Actually, no, wait. It's first strike. This doesn't have first strike. So, Firebrand. Yeah, we would have died there. Let's see. Branchwalker. Love to get into a mana for a Swift Warden. Just to go wide. There's the Scavenger Grounds. Oh, man. This is so close. Let me cancel real quick. Let's see, we could attack out with the 4-3 here. They could block with the Firebrand and deal 1 point of damage to us. They lose a creature, so they lose some board state. We go to 5. I think that's fine. Obligatory shouting of monkey every time that thing goes into play. Yeah, they're taking it head on. All the good juju for Rivals, that's why Ixalan was so bad. I do think that they split it so weirdly. Like, there's a lot of cards in Rivals that just, like, it completes decks from Ixalan. It just feels like that's why Ixalan was so rough in Draft and in Standard. Let's see, one card from our opponent here. I could just go for Chef at Dunes. It might be what they want to do here. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. We can shut down their unblockable thing here. With a Swift Warden. Okay. Alright. This is a close one. I feel like the opponent has it here, though. Getting in for 5-4. We have to block it because of the monkey there. Which is frustrating. Alright. Territory. Not what we needed. Let's see, if we attack out for 8 here, they have to block at least one of them. I would assume they'd block with this, and then they come back at me with 5-4 and 4-4. Or they'd block here, here do point of damage, eternalize. Yeah, we're dead. Either way, we're dead. Yeah, the only real way we can do this is if we attack out this way. They block with the Earthshaker Kinra. Then we scavenge your grounds when it goes to the graveyard. Let's see what they want to do. Opponent's thinking about it. No blocks? I mean, we're dead next turn either way. It's just depending on how our opponent blocks here. Yeah, they're just going to do it that way. That's fair. Yeah, that's game. So sad. We had one loss out of 5 matches. Oh, man. So close. So close. Very good, though. We did very good for all the 5 matches. I can't really see Path of Metal being as devastating as Red of Ruins. I agree. I don't think it's as devastating. But, you know. Fish looks good. Yeah, Josh, I think Fish look great, honestly. I'm really excited about it. I really think that Fish have a future in a Standard. There is obviously going to be some tweaking, obviously. I think Reverse Rebuke might be coming out for like maybe some negates or Essence Scatters, perhaps, depending on how the meta shakes up. So, great games. Thanks, Magic. It does seem red aggro still viable with the banning. I absolutely agree. I think Boros aggro is going to be definitely on top now. I do think mono black aggro is going to be very, very good. There's just so much in the set that is just fantastic. I mean, we just got to be real patient with everything, but I mean, the set looks amazing. Rivals is great. Really added a lot of value. The bannings really opened it up to Standard for us. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here, though. We actually went for an hour and a half. But yeah, guys, like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel. Love that everybody showed up here for the Merfolk deck. We almost went 5-0. So close. So close. I wish we had gone the full 5-0. But against that Boros aggro deck, we actually did not do as good. Which is, you know, to be expected. Again, we're going to have to see what we can do. I think Life Goes On was another possible sideboard card for us as well. I think maybe another Scavenger Grounds, Life Goes On in the sideboard. Really just depends on what kind of matchups we're going to go up against. But really excited for the future of Merfolk. I think Merfolk is very strong in Standard, and I cannot wait to go to an FNM with this deck in tow. Remember, tomorrow will be Vampires, and then Wednesday will be Pirates. So if you guys want to hang out for that or check those out for tomorrow, and Wednesday, I definitely recommend it because they're fun decks as well. But yeah, appreciate you guys. I want to head off here. Have a great day, and tip your waitresses. I don't know. See you guys. Bye.